What's going on, y'all? I want to check out this video that apparently seems like it's about MorePegasus. People saying that he's absolutely finished. I don't know what's going down, but let's see what's happening.
Hey, what's up, here? Welcome back to a series so based, even you subscribed. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some more free content being provided by
Hey, what's up, FB? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Chris?
the usual suspects on places like Twitter.com. People are once again very upset with Pegasus. They are angry about his coverage of the infamous dog zapper himself, Hassan Piker, and as always, when a fellow slop tuber is being targeted and harassed, well, it is my moral duty to support this individual. But yeah, as always, Pegasus is making a video documenting the never-ending lies of Hassan Piker, and a recent clip was posted by Yeet on Twitter, and people are responding to this, and they're very upset with Pegasus. But let's listen to this clip that has people up in arms about our fellow slop tuber.
I mean, the fact is, this has transcended everything, okay? People are making games out of it. Game of the year, actually. I mean, I think you got what you wanted, Hassan. You are going down in history, just not for the reason you'd like, you know? I feel like Hassan is probably going to be known as one of the greatest liars in all of humanity, right? Because right now, who is associated with lying, right? It's probably like Richard Nixon or, you know, Lance Armstrong, the Ponzi scheme guy or whatever. But now we got Hassan in there. We got to add him, put him to the top of the list, right? Because Hassan's like one of the only people who lies about verifiable information captured on camera repeatedly over and over. And who the fuck changes their story 10 plus times? Nobody does that. There needs to be like a Wikipedia entry of Hassan Piker and then lying is OP. That's his like.
No, that's facts though. Hassan did say that his damn self. Did say that himself. Lying is OP. He also admitted to being someone who spreads propaganda, a plethora of nasty things. So yeah, Hassan's foul for that. He's not wrong.
Professional quote, you know?
Lying is OP, as I say all the time.
So what he just said in that clip is completely fair and accurate. Basically, at this point, Hassan Piker is a lolcow. He is a guy that really has become a content piñata for anyone who wants to go after him. People like myself and Pegasus will have infinite content to farm from this guy because he's not just outrageous in his behavior, he is very hypocritical and...
That's facts. Hassan's a lolcow. How you gonna get mad because people are covering him? Hassan literally gives them the material to be covered, like most lolcows do. So now you're gonna be mad because people are speaking on you? It's crazy. Straight crazy.
Disingenuous. He is someone who's caught in 4K lying constantly. Just think about the whole Collargate situation and the layers upon layers upon layers of lies he was caught in, trying to wiggle his way out of that situation. But when it comes to his sycophants, whether it's in his orbits or his followers, they don't care. Okay, they can see the lies, but it doesn't matter. They will try to deflect and cope about it, but
it's because a lot of them are just as nasty. That's what's going down. A lot of them are the same. A lot of them are on the same type of time. They like doing the same types of disgusting acts. They agree with him, maybe even applaud him for doing these acts. Like, yeah, he has a nasty crew.
People are very upset about this. Here's some of the replies. This individual saying, "What has Hassan ever lied about?" with a shocked Pikachu face. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there are sentient human beings who are able to type out a sentence like this, who genuinely believe Hassan has never lied about anything. These people can vote. Their vote counts, the same as yours and mine. That should shock you. But of course, here's some more comments. This person's saying nobody cares what this Asmon Fluffer has to say. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, another round of Asmongold derangement syndrome. Quite frankly, this is really on par with someone who is simping for Hassan Piker. I mean, they're really acting like Hassan Piker. I guess they would have the sort of bracelet that would say, you know, typically, what would Jesus do in their realm of the internet? It's
that's wild. How you doing, DHF? How are you? How are you doing? Yeah, Hassan's a loser.
What would Hassan do? In this case, well, make it about Asmongold, right? Everything ties back to Asmongold, so this sycophant of Hassan Piker is really acting much like Hassan Piker would act. But here's another reply saying, I think those plushies in his room sums up this man-child's ability for critical thinking and is all you need to know about the credibility of this prediction. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now shaming people like Pegasus for the plushies in the background.
What you got? Some SpongeBob SquarePants. I see Snorlax from Pokemon, it look like. I think so. I see Patrick from SpongeBob, and it looks like a moist critical plushie. That's kind of crazy.
Interesting. Do you have a valid criticism to make? I mean, this is, again, very much in the spirit of Hassan Piker, where you have no actual criticism of anything being said. Instead, you make these personal attacks against someone's plushie collection. And oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. In case you're not familiar, I have been talking about this in my live streams. Yes, I live stream on YouTube. I started on March 1st, and we're still going to this day, by the way. Great time. If you want to check out my streams, make sure to subscribe, do all that stuff, and pay attention. But I did talk about this recently. I have a plushie, this one right here, coming out on April 6th. Okay.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with having your own plushie. Dude, if I had one for Garfield, that'd be pretty cool.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is through Uwu Market. We love the people over there. Super base company, but yes, this will be available for purchase very soon. That is April 6th. Mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get some more shelves covered in plushies, so it makes people like this very upset on Twitter. But let's continue on. This person replies saying, Hassan's biggest fan, LOL. MF makes daily videos. And people say this about me, like, despite the fact that I do not make daily videos on Hassan. But you know what? Yeah, it makes sense to make so many videos on Hassan. If you're someone who covers...
Smacked my microphone trying to shrug my shoulders. Yeah, so what? People can make as many videos as they want about whoever, bro. Like, that's not really an argument. Not really an argument, bro. Real talk. So what? Hassan does give you a crazy amount of material on a daily basis. It's insane. That's the type of level Hassan is on when it comes to his locale. He's going to give you a plethora of content. Same thing with iDubbbz. So if you talk about them every day, so what?
This sort of content, if you cover streamer drama or controversies, yeah, Hassan is going to be like the focal point of your content. If you're not making videos regularly about this guy, you're not doing your job correctly, because this guy is very influential, whether you want to admit it or not. He is a very influential streamer.
How you doing, Achilles? How are you?
And he does the most ridiculous stuff you'll see among any streamers, let alone someone who is so popular. But anyways, here's another reply saying, biggest liar, then scamming your audience of $17,000? Or a bigger liar than teasing your audience for a year that you had all the evidence collected on your ex and justice will be served and all will make sense and it'll be over for you, Pink? LMAO? What? What is this person talking about? What does this have to do with Pegasus criticizing Hassan Piker. I have literally no idea what this individual is ranting about. But here's a quote saying this guy needs to go down as one of the least principled commentary channels of all time. Bro, Pegasus effing sucks. D, and just meat rides the popular side. He did this with Mr. Beast, and is why Mr. Beast's coverage of his is horrible. Interesting.
I thought his Mr. Beast coverage was kind of unbiased. Really. In fact, wasn't he like defending Mr. Beast for quite some time? So I don't understand where that's coming from. People are really upset that he did a lot of Mr. Beast videos. That's really all it is.
Stuff, very interesting points from this individual. But talking about meat riding the popular side, are you talking about Jellywig? Because that's what it sounds like to meat ride the popular side. I don't think the things Pegasus has said over the years really represents the popular side. I think going after people like Hasan is a daring one because you're kind of ostracizing yourself in many ways. But if you are someone with a bit of principles and integrity, you would criticize Hassan Piker, and that's exactly what Pegasus does. And I guess individuals
like Pegasus is not that bad. Like, I see a lot of people hate on Pegasus, and I kind of am like confused. I've been watching him for a while now, and I haven't seen him do nothing crazy. But people be like really bothered by him, right? To where people even get upset when I do a Pegasus reaction. I don't understand why that would make you so mad, but okay. I really like you, BX, but I can't watch this video. Like, okay, you can watch any of the other 1,000 that I dropped today, or did you just want to complain about how you hate Pegasus so much? But it kind of seems like it's a little bit forced to some extent. But everybody has their right to like whoever the hell you want to like, dislike whoever the hell you want to dislike. But I have been noticing just like an unfair amount because they never tell you why. Just don't like them, I guess.
Like this are very upset about that. But here's another reply. This person saying, who would they
I said Pegasus is awesome in your opinion? Yeah, I think he's funny.
talk about if there was no Hasan? You. We're going to talk about you, Rad 1369420. We're going to talk about you next and your burner account. Anyways,
pretty much what that was.
Here's another person just simply providing a link to, I guess, a video exposing Pegasus. As you can see, there's 0 likes, 2 bookmarks, and 3 comments. And I clicked on the video and I watched for a couple seconds. Let's experience this call out of Pegasus together, guys.
Oh,
at the end of the year in 2020.
Not this guy. I've seen a few of his videos and they seem so biased, bro. He hates everybody that gives criticism to Hasan.
24, the American people had a decision to make, and they decided to vote for Donald Trump. They decided that the person to lead them into the next half of the decade was the orange man with the...
Okay, Trump derangement syndrome in the commentary.
Yeah, what this got to do with anything? I didn't vote. So I didn't vote for Trump. That's because I don't trust the government personally, but that's another discussion. So I just find it funny how these people think they're exposing somebody, but they're really not. They're just exposing their bias. Facts. I can't take nobody serious with that.
Community, I guess. Really strong opener for a guy who doesn't even live in the United States, by the way. Talking about Pegasus and immediately talking about Orange Man Bad. Incredible stuff. But here's another reply saying this guy would be flipping burgers if Hasan didn't exist. His whole business model depends solely on if Hasan goes live.
He was a bigger content creator before he started talking about Hasan, actually. He speaks about Hasan on his second channel. MorePegasus is a second channel. So, yeah, that sounds crazy to say.
or not. Now, Pegasus has basically said that he doesn't need to do this anymore. He could basically retire at this point, and I believe him. Like, looking at these statistics and how his channel has been performing for years and all of the views he has acquired, not just from talking about Hasan, but many different people, he doesn't need to do this anymore. Okay, he's doing this for the love of the game at this point. To basically create generational wealth. Good for him. Very good for him. But yeah, I don't think he depends on Hasan. And well, if Hasan and company doesn't want people talking about him, then maybe he should stop lying and saying ridiculous things and being a hypocrite and being outrageous and being...
Yeah, you're giving people the content, bro. Like, you're starting a whole chain of reaction based off of the nastiness that you do. You could not be sitting here and be mad because people are speaking about it. And then how about you just shut off your internet? Go do something. Stop being nasty. Stop being toxic as hell. Maybe people won't cover you. People to move on. There's a plethora of things to cover on the internet.
Hateful and supporting terrorist organizations and abusing animals and being just a generally terrible person. If he doesn't want people talking about him, maybe he should stop. I don't understand why people are so upset that someone is actually talking about him. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, that is the situation. Yeet provided this clip and people are talking about it, and it's just more free content. I don't think people understand how this all works, right? If you want people like Pegasus or myself to stop talking about things, maybe stop providing free content, because that's all this was, right? A pretty innocuous, agreeable clip from Pegasus drives in all these annoying people saying stupid things that I can farm for content. If you don't want us talking, stop providing reasons for us to talk. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video.
It's what it is, man. Shout outs to everybody involved except for Hasan and his flunkies. I don't think nothing's wrong with the content that Pegasus provides. I think people are just way too sensitive because they're nasty. But that's just my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Also, hit that hype button.